There we go. We're up. See if anybody drops in on us. I am trying to run out and get back before Butler Family Farm goes live. Hey, Bern. I'm well. Hi there, TD Knives and Adventures. Welcome in. I haven't seen you in here before. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Jerry. I was just saying I'm racing out to get an errand done before you guys start, so I can get home and get parked before you start. Hi, Beverly. Yeah, I got to run out to South Hill and get smoked. So the I have to wait for Sibby to get home for me to finish what I was working on, Jerry. So I'll get that finished up when she gets home tonight, and then I'll get it back up and going. Well, I'm trying. Hey, Lone Bull. I've got some stuff recorded about putting the laser together. Uh, I've started editing, but I haven't got it done yet. As soon as I get that done, I'll put it up, and then I'm going to start projects with it. Yeah, hopefully that'll take care of it. It's really not hard to put together, although they don't really give you a crutch for instructions. But it comes with a jump drive that gives you all the information. The little booklet, though, gives you enough information to be able to put it together. 48. We're a little warmer today. It actually warmed up into the 50s today. All right, Jerry. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, I did a couple of test burns with the laser, and it does look like it's going to be fun. Sibby got me all kinds of stuff with it for my birthday and for Christmas, so I can do a bunch of different things. But I have this ultimate goal in mind of getting a piece of, and I can't remember what it's called, but with the raw edge, a piece of raw edge log cut horizontally through the tree, and then I want to engrave a picture of Neuschwanstein on it. For those that don't know, Neuschwanstein is a huge castle in Austria, Germany. Um, and if you've seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, you've seen the castle. That's the castle that was used in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Um, but I fell in love with it when I was a kid. My mom went to Europe back in '68 and went to that castle, and I saw the pictures of it. Well, what she could take. They didn't allow photography inside the castle then, but it's such a beautiful castle. But I want to lay that into a piece of yeah, I want to make a huge piece of wall art out of it. So I'm looking forward to doing a bunch of testing and then setting that up and letting it run. It's actually, that castle was used in a lot of movies. Uh, anyway, so that's my dream project. I'm hoping it comes out cool. If I can pull that off, then I can pull off anything, and then we'll really have some fun with it. But yeah, exactly, Bern. That's what Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella's castle at Disneyland was modeled after. Wow, nice Nova just went around the corner. Um, oh, I got a bunch of stuff to play with. She got me keychains and all kinds of stuff, coasters and all kinds of things to play with. So I figure I'll throw her logo on a bunch of them and see how that comes out uh, to kind of warm up for that big project. Um, but yeah, it does look fun. And I also got the, uh, I guess it's a fume curtain that goes over the top of it with a fan. I don't. I've got two more boxes that I have yet to open. I don't have. I don't know if I got the roller yet, but I want to get one if I don't have it. I keep looking at stuff going, I'm going to order this. And she says, it's in a box. Go find it. And I actually ordered a platform for it. It came Sunday and she said, you already have one of those. It's in the kitchen. Go open all the boxes. So I need to open all the boxes and see what I got. But she really set me up. I was, I, I, yeah, I was stunned at how well she set me up. So, but some of the accessories that come with it are really wild. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and we're already set up in the kitchen to do to film her show with all four cameras. So I've already got the camera right over the top of the center island, and I can shoot straight down on top of it. So as long as I don't have the fume, uh, I can't remember what they call it, but it's basically a leather container that's built. It's a frame built out of metal, and then a leather container that goes over the top of it with clear vinyl in some portions of it, and then it's got a very large computer band that hooks to a vent pipe. But I can take that off, and then I can film exactly what it's doing from a couple of different angles. So I should be able to get some good footage of it. Yeah, it just depends on what it's cutting. But yeah, you definitely want to take care of the fumes if you're doing anything obnoxious. Um, I have a I have a table on the porch that I could set it up on and run it outside if I needed to. Um, and I could set up film with my camera or something to film that, or with my phone or something to film that. The kitchen studio is all set up so that it's set up for her cooking show. So that's got 4 cameras already in it and laid out and set up perfectly for her. Oh, there you go. That's a great way to do it. Yeah, we run 4 cameras and an ATEM switchboard, so I can flip back and forth between cameras while she's doing her thing. It's Munchie Mafia official if you haven't seen it, or it's the ad site is at Chef Sibby. It's pretty cool. Normally, we're live Sunday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, uh, 8 Central, 9 Eastern on her channel. Um, that's when she normally goes live. Yeah, and we just upgraded the cameras. Um, the new ones have got autofocus, auto zoom, or remote zoom, so I can really play with it. It's kind of fun now. Except it gives me another dozen and a half things to do while I'm trying to run the live. Hey, Matt, thanks for dropping in, bud. We're talking about my laser etcher that Sibby got me for my birthday and Christmas. And Lone Bull has one also. He's working up the nerve to put it together, or trying to ward off the procrastination of putting it together. I did the same thing. My birthday was back in December, and that's when I got it. And I just put it together. Ah. All right, buddy. Sounds good. We'll see you next time. Yep. Procrastination is the word of the day. Doesn't help when the dogs prefer to be outside. So, and we don't have a fenced yard, so if they're outside, I got to be outside. Yeah, I got the laser etcher for December 5th, and I just put it together 2 weeks ago now. And I don't even have all the boxes open. But I think it'll be fun to play with. Definitely a gray day here. Everybody says it rains all the time in Seattle, but most of it's like this. Not really raining, not really wet, but it is damp today. But it's left over from 2 days ago. It just hasn't dried out. But it is gray a lot here. So we got about 20 minutes after the smoke shop, and on the way back, I'm going to run by the pharmacy, pick up needles. Hey, Bulldog, thanks for coming in, bud. Knew I'd be glad today, but you know how it is. The dogs want to go live all the time. They force me into it, and then they just lay down and go to sleep and don't bother helping. Yeah, I'm trying to race out and get back in time to so I can be at home and park by the time Butler Family Farm goes live at 3:45 my time. Oh, okay. Sorry, reader board was doing something. I had to pause and read it to see what it was. Cool. The way I read it, it was legal to go up that way a month ago. That's telling me that the carpool lane that I've been using for the last month is now officially legal for me to be in. It was registering, so I don't know why maybe they're turning it on for everybody else. Yes, before you just kind of stop the. Well, yesterday Jerry helped us set up to do our first promotion, and about 8 o'clock last night I checked it, and it had been sitting at pending, and we got a disapproval. So I began searching to see what could have happened, and I noticed that they had put a restriction on the video itself on our channel. It said 18 and over. I was like, yeah, I checked it wasn't for kids. What's the problem? So I figured it was something like that, although the only cuss word in it was goddamn, which isn't one of her optimum cuss words. Uh, and today when I got on it, we just needed to set up some more stuff that we had not set up yet. So I was working on that when I figured I'd better run. But we'll get it set up. I'm looking forward to seeing how that performs. And we all got a good laugh this morning. Munchie Mafia has 666 subscribers. Hey, Demoose. We couldn't figure out if that was a bad omen or a good omen. It was just kind of a funny marker. I said, if it really bothers you what I'm doing, and that's subscribe, and then put it back on when it gets back up there. But I'm excited to see what this promotion was. I've been watching what the one that Gary did last Saturday was doing, and that's flying. So I'll get the rest of that stuff filled out when Cindy gets home because I need her. And then hopefully by tomorrow we'll have it back up and going. She had taken a screen cap of it and sent it to me this morning. And I'm looking at it going, okay, it's a screen cap of your front page. What's the problem? And I probably stared at it for 3 or 4 minutes before she said, look at the subscriber count. But yeah, we got a laugh out of it. Probably something in the universe paying her back for that banana show last night. Although it was hysterical, I kept having to walk away from the table because I was busting up laughing. Hi, Mama O. Thanks for coming in. I'm working on it. Luckily, the way that I'm set up, the camera is right in my field of vision, or the phone is right in my field of vision. So I don't look away from the road to read the chat. I thought I got out early enough to beat the traffic, but I guess not. Although there's not a lot of it, so I can't complain too much. Of course, then we got these idiots that are just going to force their way in. And tomorrow morning, I got to go up to the doctor's office again, just like every Tuesday. There's our exit. Going to be about 4 stoplights of traffic. Considering I got 3 or 4 semis in my lane, although that'll make things go. Next 2 days in a row, hopefully, you're way out in the boonies too. I was going to say, hopefully your drive's closer than mine, but yeah, about an hour. Yeah, if I didn't have the traffic in the morning, it'd be an hour round trip, give or take. Hi, Bella Rose. Thanks for coming in. I'm just out screwing around, kinda. Came out for a drive and the puppy started yelling at me to go live. So here we go. Good to see you too. Cindy's realized we came to a stop, so she's up looking to see where we are. She knows where we're going. She usually gets cookies here. Assuming the drive-thru's open, hopefully it is. Boy, last time I came down here, it was a mess. And then it turned out they didn't have civvies, so I had to go down to the other place. Well, maybe we'll get through on this flight. Maybe. Come on, go. We can make it. We can make it. Let's go, people. Let's go, people. We made it. How about that? Yay. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Should be back now, though. Hopefully, I'm back anyway. I don't know. I'm waiting to see if somebody says something so I know I'm back. Do I need to reset it again? Oh, there we go. Am I back now, Jerry? I got lost. Good deal. That's not too bad. Boy, when we go to get set up, I'm setting up all day. Yeah, I had a phone call come in and interrupt stuff, and I couldn't get rid of it quick enough to not to interrupt. So I had to reset. Yeah, Sibby's prep work starts in the morning, rewriting songs and stuff, and mine usually starts about 1 o'clock, beginning to set up new camera twists and angles and resetting cameras and setting up the zooms and cleaning up the kitchen for the queen. I already got 2 loads of dishes done. I got to do the last load just after your show tonight. So then I'll have it all cleaned up again. Should make it. I got an hour left to get home, and I'm about 5 minutes out from where I'm going, so we should make it. I'll probably roll back into town just as you're starting. I'd send a redirect, but I don't think I can from here. Oh, there's my ride. Haul me off of the loony hut. To the nut hut. Coming to take me away. Oh, long ways to go to save $100, but it's worth the drive. I don't know. There's our green light. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 more lights. Amazon warehouse. Man, we got Amazon warehouses all over the place. I don't know if we just got a lot here or if they're all over everywhere. Kind of hard to believe in the late 80s that started out as a bookstore. Away we go. Technically, we're in Puyallup. Well, really, we're in Puyallup South Hill, but technically, we're in Fredericksburg. God, we're going to miss every light. The light we were just stopped at and this light are almost never red. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And this one's going to turn red before I get there. Yep. Now, these are the two cheapest gas stations in the area. Hi, Karen. Thanks for coming in. These are the two cheapest gas stations in the area. 3.45 a gallon and 3.55 a gallon for cash. Yeah, our town doesn't have a stoplight either. We only have 4 stop signs in town. But right now, we're kind of out in civilization. Yeah, that's the cool part about tiny towns. Everybody acts appropriately. Oh man, the drive-through's closed. I have to go in. That sucks. Sorry, guys, no cookies today. You're gonna have to sit here and behave. Oh, stop. All right, guys, I'm gonna mute this and I will be right back. That way, you don't have to listen to the dogs barking. All right, we're back. Got Christmas all taken down. That's good news. Hi, Tiffany. All right, let's get out of here. All right, off we go. All right, headed home. Hey, Fantastic Five. Thanks for coming in. Camera's out of sync again. My lights are flashing. That's so funny. Sometimes it's hit, sometimes it's missed. Okay, I got 49 minutes to get home. Hurry up and wait. I'm doing okay today. Thank you very much. Hope you and everybody is fine. I'm, yeah, this is actually one of the longest lights in the area. I've seen it twice on the news for one of those. For one of those, this is the worst stoplight in the area time. I think it's top five. Worst one is downtown Seattle on Mercer and I-5. Luckily, I stay south of there when I do go up to Seattle. Yeah, this is behind me is one of the major bedroom communities for Tacoma. Several big, huge housing developments are back up there. Uh, and so during rush hour, this road is jammed. Wow, a whole new fleet of Amazon trucks parked there. All of them unpainted and ready to get dressed up to go deliver stuff. Luckily, I'm on the return trip up this road. Coming down, it was busy and we were getting hit by all the stoplights. Hey, NDR, thanks for dropping by. spoke too soon. As soon as I open my mouth, I get hit by a stoplight. Well, that's okay, Tiffany. At least it was a phone call and you didn't run off to do something. Still, you poor thing. My goodness. I'm sorry. It's yeah. Sucks when you're sick, and especially when you don't get a break. Yeah, 4 weeks. That's not good. Hopefully, the kids are behaving and picking up the slack. Yeah, I know that flu is nasty. Yeah. City had one back in October that it probably lasted 4 weeks, but it was after the first week and a half, uh, she'd have a day where she felt pretty good, and not that she was overdoing when she was feeling pretty good, but then she'd just be knocked on her butt for 2 or 3 days. That's the worst part is when you end up passing it around the family. You know, it's not like you can, like back in COVID, everybody isolate, isolate, isolate. Yeah, we all live in small houses. Does anybody remember that? Nobody lives in a 46-room mansion. At least the majority of us don't. Hi, Lucy. Yeah, I probably wore you down doing that. So any little bug just was waiting for a chance. Hey, Greg, I'm trying to race home in time for Butler Family Farms. Oh, Jesus, poor thing. Yeah, that's not good at all. All you can do is keep enough liquid in you to keep you going, and even then, it's a problem. Yep, I think I'm going to roll into town, Greg, just about the time the intros start. Maybe just a little bit before that. I just got to get out of this little bit of traffic and up onto the freeway, and then I can start moving. The trip up here was a lot worse than the trip back home will be. There we go. Waterlogged. Yeah, there we go. See you next time. Fantastic Five. Have a good day. Have a good week. If I don't see you, well, as long as you can stay hydrated, it should help. I don't. I wish I had some magical thing that worked. I've had bad bouts of gastroparesis, which basically means your stomach is messed up and you throw up all the time. And it's not, yeah, it's not thrown up and never found. But yeah, the worst one lasted almost a year and a half. And it was every day, at least a couple of times, usually 3 or 4 or 5. I mean, to the point where I couldn't even keep pills down. I was having to, and some of them were my pain medications. They won't refill if you run out early. So I was having to catch them and retake them. All right, Karen, we'll see you at Gary's. Yeah. All right. Back down in the valley, get across. Oh, there's a red-tailed hawk up there on the wet lake. Probably 15 years ago, up here on Highway 410, I saw a red-tailed hawk swoop down on something, caught the windshield of a Coca-Cola truck. He hit it, bounced off, and landed in the gutter or in the side of on the side of the road. Uh, and I actually circled back to check on him. He was alive. So I wrapped the jacket around him, picked him up. Red-tailed hawks are substantially bigger than you would think, but scooped him up, put him inside my work van, and took him with me. And then started making phone calls to find out where I could take him. Called my boss, told him what had happened. He said, just find a place to go. So I made phone calls and finally found a place that was an hour and a half north of me. Drove him up there and brought him in. I guess he ended up having a broken wing. And they nursed him back to health. And about 4 months later, they called me and said that they were releasing him to the same area I had picked him up in. And sure enough, maybe a week later, I saw him out on the lamppost. Yep. If I don't let this guy over, he's going to have a panic attack because that lane exits. 30 minutes. Yeah, I think we'll make it. Hey, Tiger. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Hi, Swan Song. It's actually warmed up a bit. I'm headed back home, Tiger. I had headed out and hit the smoke shop. Yeah, that right there on the left is the lamp post that that hot came off of. Jeez. I don't know where all the geese went. For weeks now, I've been seeing hundreds of geese out in that field on the left. There's maybe 50 or 60 of them out there right now, but not a huge number. Maybe tomorrow on the way back, hopefully. Yeah, someone stole them out. Optical illusion. Yeah, there's a 30-minute warning for Butler Family Farm. Uh-oh. They have a Congo line going up the hill. People are on their brakes. Nope, not bad. Uh, that'll teach you. Nope, we're on Fort Kent going up the hill into Bonnie Lake. Now, this is about an hour south of Seattle, kind of east of Tacoma. So same general vicinity, but yeah, there's our invisible water tower painted to look like the sky and trees. There's Eugene. I've been down there many times. Used to work for a company out of Salem. Yeah, it's more west, I guess. Walla Walla, Washington. The sound they like so much they named it twice. I can't remember how that rhyme goes, but that's it. The town's so nice they named it twice. That's what it is. Which is a full-faced lie. Back in the 1980s, I worked for 3 radio stations in Walla Walla, Washington. KSXT, KHIT, and KUJ. 2 rock stations and a country station. I think KSXC and KHIT are still on the air. KUJ went dark about 15 years ago, which is sad because that was one of the original. Well, you got to go quite a ways into Washington to really find anything worth going to see. Oh yeah, when Mount St. Helens blew, there was ash everywhere. Most of it went east and north of the mountain, but it was everywhere. There were even people on the East Coast that were collecting up dust that came from Mount St. Helens. Yeah. Hey, we get to drive by Safeway today. That's something new. I thought maybe I'd stop at the pharmacy, but my timing is too close, and I really don't need it for another few days. Yeah, there is that. Yeah, that's the way I am, Guangdong. I don't live anywhere where there's civilization. I live out in the sticks. Just have to drive into civilization to get stuff. Oh Jesus! Inside the store, and they do have bathrooms in those WalMarts. I've been to a few of them. Oh Jesus! Yeah, that was my next question. Was he on something or had troubles? One way or the other, it's still not fun. Yeah, exactly. All right, we made it out of Bonnie Lake. Yeah, 'Dumbest roundabout in captivity right here. Whoops, sorry, Dory. She was laying in just the wrong position, so when I hit the brakes, I rolled her upside down. 20 minutes. We got it. I'm only about 15 minutes from home now, so we'll make it. I'd raid into it, but I can't do that from here. 'Yeah, I'll hold my beer. Bunch of tiny homes and tiny homes for sale. All right, now we're headed into Buckley. Although we're in the outskirts of Buckley, we're not going to make it into downtown Buckley before we turn off of Highway 410. I heard rumors that they're stopping people out here for going this far under the speed limit. But speed limit's 55, and about 1,000 yards to the right of us is a road with a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit that goes the exact same place. But people come out here and run down this road at 35 all the time. And all it does is stack up traffic and irritate people. Unfortunately, I happen to be one of those irritated people. You can actually tell the people that drive this road all the time because they are all riding on the outside white line. Their right tires are always on the outside white line or even over it. Um, because we do have head-on collisions out here. And for instance, the guy in front of me is well, kind of drifted between the white and yellow line, and I'm not. I'm sitting with my right tires on the white line. I can see it in my side view mirror because that keeps me as far to the right as I can. That would be lovely, Tiger, but I'd prefer a 50 millimeter cannon. That way, I don't need the horsepower to push them out of the way. I can just blow them out of the way. Because I have the smaller of the two wheels. there's my 15-minute reminder on my phone that says Butler Family Farm today at 3:30. Round the corner. It's never the answer. I'll have to ponder that a while. I get wines. This doesn't help. If I'd have gotten back here about 10 minutes earlier, I would have missed all the traffic coming out of the school. I guess I didn't do too bad. Can't even see the mountain from here. We haven't gotten any snow yet, Swan Song. Well, we've gotten snowfall, but no accumulation. Um, we are about a third of the way up Mount Rainier in a little tiny town called Wilkeson. We're I keep telling people we're 14 miles down from the Carbon River Ranger Station. Uh, but Sibby likes to point out that that sign is actually 4 miles out of town. So we're actually 10 miles down from Carbon River Ranger Station. Yeah, we usually get hit earlier too, but it's definitely been odd this year. When we've had the cold temperatures, we haven't had the precipitation. And it's kind of funny. Our front door faces northward. And so when we do get snow, it's a two-story home with a high peak roof. When we do get snow, snow stays out in front of our house in that high peak configuration for until the weather warms up, basically, for many days. I mean, the rest of the neighborhood can all have gone green um, from sun shining down on it, and out in front of our house, we still have a foot of snow. This year, when it happens, I'll go live or at least get video or take pictures of it because it's really quite funny. Oh, we've had some nasty windstorms. We were without power once for 3 days, and then another time for a day and a half. You haven't had Tiger. You need some information here, Swan Song. Tiger lives in Panama. Not a lot of snow down there. At least not in his neck of the woods. Tiger, bringing the comedy. Excuse me. 9 days out. Hopefully you had a generator. All right, guys, we're gonna lose signal as we come into town. No, I went to the smoke shop. I told you I was going, and I timed perfectly. I'm about to drive back into town, and Jerry starts in 10 minutes. Swan Song, let me introduce you to my wife. Chef Sibby is my wife. Anyway, guys, I'm going to lose signal here in just a second, so I'm going to say goodbye. I will see you at Butler Family Farms if you're going there, and have a great day. And I'll be back driving live tomorrow morning about 7 a.m. my time. So have a great day, guys.